How's it going, everyone? I wanted to take a second today and talk to you about how to measure where your dryer exit lands so we can help you measure your offset to figure out which MagVent product that you need. We'll go through a couple of different scenarios. First one being if there would be something here, the washing machine, a cabinet, anything of that sort, and that this is the only spot that this dryer can live because we're butted up against a wall here, or we have a cabinet overhang or something like that. We like to pull this measurement from the bottom of the baseboard. And the reason we do it from the baseboard is because if we pull off of this wall, when we get to the back to actually put our measurements on, if we change that to here, this measurement changes. So do it from the baseboard. In our case, that's going to be 1 1/4 inches. Let's go to the back of the dryer and get some measurements there. All right, now that we're on the back side of the dryer, the first measurement that we want to take is from the side of the dryer to the center of this vent. And we want to do this off of the side that we measured from our baseboard off of. Using the bottom lip here can help us get this measurement accurate instead of trying to eyeball for where the middle is. So we'll pull our tape measure across. In our case, it's going to be 14.5 inches. And the next measurement that we need is from the floor to the center. And there again, I'm going to use this outside lip to help me get this measurement. And in our case, that's 6 inches. So we'll go ahead, we'll flip around, and we'll plot these on the wall, and that's going to show us where the center of our exit is. All right, now we are on the wall that the dryer vent faces, and we're going to do our first measurement this way. So we got 14.5 on the back of the dryer, but we have to add that 1 1/4 that we got from the front side of the dryer. So it's going to make for 15.75 inches. So we'll put our tape measure down, make a small little mark on our baseboard. And now we're going to come up our 6 inches and put our mark on our wall at 6 inches. That right there is directly where the center of our exit is going to land on our dryer, and that's going to help us figure out our offset. Let's go ahead and show you guys another scenario. Okay, now if we're in a situation where we can move the dryer around some, or we're not bound by anything, we'll place the dryer where we want it. We're going to take a straight edge and come down here to the bottom of the dryer again and place our straight edge against the dryer. And we're going to make a mark on the inside of that straight edge. And the rest of the measurements we're going to take off the back of the dryer. Just like we did before, we're going to measure off of the side that we made our mark from to the center of this. We're going to use this lip again to help us get this measurement. In our case, it's 14.5. And then we'll measure from the floor up to the center. And again, we're going to use this lip to help us get this measurement. And that is 6 inches. So now we'll flip around, we'll put these marks on the wall, and we'll see where our dryer exit lands. And now that we have our wall marked, we're going to take our measurement off our back of our dryer, which was 14.5 inches. And we're going to mark our baseboard, and then we're going to come up our 6 inches and put a mark there. And that is the center of the exit of our dryer. And now that we've got our mark on our wall, if that mark falls within 3 inches of our exit anywhere around, then we can use the MV180. If your measurement is in between 3 inches and 6 inches away, that's going to be an option for our MV Flex. 6 inches and greater on the same wall, we can then use our MV90. Now, an MV90 with one of these elbows center to center is 9 inches. And if it's longer than that, we can put a little piece of rigid pipe in between them to make up the difference. Now, in order to get to the 6 inch mark, we're going to have to use some offset in our union. For every inch of offset that we put in here, we're going to have to pull the dryer off the wall another inch. And I'll show you what I'm talking about here in just a minute. Now, if your exit's not on the same wall, if it comes from up, down, left, or right, we can use one of our MV90s and face it in the appropriate direction. Let's go ahead and show you how to get that offset off of this option using our union. Alright, so we currently have our MV90 set up as if our pipe came out of the floor but was 9 inches away from the center. So if we need to get this down some, we can use our union, and this thing does allow for flex, just like this. So we can attach that to our MV90 body. This would already be hooked to the dryer. Then you can see from the top we actually gain some offset back this way. One thing to notice, for every inch that we offset this way, it's going to pull the dryer off the wall about an inch or so. So that is one thing to keep in mind. So we hope these videos have helped you out some. If you've got any questions, don't hesitate to holler at us. Come see us at magvent-dryrevent.com. We'll see you guys again soon.